AmpRepairGuy.com, also HardbockElectronics.com. Please like, share, and subscribe. We have another Ameritron Al811h amplifier here and for repair. Customer sent me a brand new set of Penta tubes, so I'm going to go over it and fix everything. So first off, I noticed the resistor was chipped on the edge where the coating is on the end of metal bands underneath, and I took a reading. They're all perfect. So I thought about changing them, but I'm going to take the board out, see if there's any sign of any overheating at all. If there is under that one, then I'll change all four. But since they all read exactly the same, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, you know. So the output SO239 has like no grip, so I will change both. Ground the grids right to the metal, at the gas discharge tubes below, and go through the rest of it. Okay, so I'll be back. Stay tuned. Also has the grid overload board. He wants me to take that out because it has 572s, not needed. Just not needed. Not needed with 572s. If you have the 811s, if you like playing chicken or whatever you want to call it, then yes, you need it. I will not work on one of these unless you put 572s in. Just world of difference with the ratings. And, you know, strongly suggest Penta Labs. They just have a great reputation. Just the warranty process is so streamlined. If the customer sends me an amp in and they order wait to order the tubes, because you get a discount through Penta. You get a better deal if you call them. You can't order them on their site. I make nothing. I get nothing out of it. They just take care of my customers. Great people. The SO239s are coming from, they come from Max Gain Systems. Really cool people over there too. Okay, so I'm going to get to work and I will see you guys soon. So as I started taking it apart, I noticed the safety choke has 0 solder on it. It was never soldered. No solder present. Okay. Little quality, well, that's a quality control issue, build issue. Purpose of that is if you ever have a plate blocker short, it brings the DC from the plate supply to ground, so you don't end up with the DC from the plate supply on the output of the amp, on the feed line. Okay, saves your life. So I'll fix that. I'm gonna take this assembly out and get back to work. See you guys soon. So I'm going to do a quick video here. I'm going to explain why I put the gas discharge tubes at the base of the sockets and why I put 2. So someone said something a long time ago about that. They're like, why do you do that? So I'm going to show you. So first off, it's unlikely to have an anode to cathode short or flashover in a 572. It happens a lot with the 811s, the Chinese 811s. So that's why I won't even work on one that has 811s. I always tell the customer I have to upgrade. So the reason we say, well, if I'm having them upgrade, why do I do it? Because you never know. Well, I've had customers stick 811s back in, or they've sold it to someone and they've done it, and you want that protection. So by having it on the board, here's the old gas discharge tube I removed in the metal oxide varistor. Having it on the board, if you have a tube flash, it goes back up through the filament lead, and it would have to go through these 2 caps here, okay? And they're only rated for 1 kV, and you have more than 1 kV on the plate, so you could end up damaging one or both, and gas discharge tubes here. So it would also go through the choke, damage the ones on the other side, could damage the trace. I mean, all sorts of bad stuff could happen. So you want it at the socket. Okay, and I put one on each side of the filament, not just one, so you get more protection. They're like $1. They're like less than $1 each, so why not, right? And I ground the grids right to the metal, so they didn't zip tie any of the wiring over here. So I'll fix all that, and just want everything perfect. So I'm gonna get back to work. I'm gonna change the SO239s, and see you guys soon. Okay, so filament leads have been restripped. New SO239s are installed. I always use a wrench to tighten them real tight, because most of the time they're really loose. I fixed this solder joint over here. Well, unsoldered it, bent it down so there's more surface area touching. It was only touching the tip, barely soldered. Soldered over here, but wanted to make sure you have I wanted to make sure there was a really good connection here. Also, tighten up on the nut, which was loose over here between the air variable cap on the plate side and the board. Zip tied the wiring. I'll show you the bottom here. Compressed the socket clips. Grounded the grids right to the metal. 1 grid per tube. Added the gas discharge tube, 1 per side of the filament. I need 2 because all 4 tubes are in parallel. I always tighten those nuts up also with a wrench, so they're nice and tight. And the connections to the sockets where they go through the screws, the grid connection, the nuts are actually loose. They're almost always loose. And I keep getting emails for some reason, but 7 notifications. Anyway, so I'm going to get back to work. I'll see you guys soon. Stay tuned. So back with the completed Ameritron Al811h. Customer wanted a video on 3.5 megs, so got the 1 kW slug. Meter's on PEP. That one's for checking the reflect between the amp and the radio. So I got a new radio with an SPR meter built in. I'm going to go ahead and key the amp, key the radio. Hello, 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 about 50 watts. Audio, hello, 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 hello. 800 right there. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello. Audio, hello. Hello, 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 hello. Complete current. Audio, hello, 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 hello. The band right there. The settings. Audio. Voltage again. Audio, hello, 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 hello. Shh, 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 shh. Hello, hello, hello. Works as it should. So I'm going to continue going up in bands, and as long as there's no issue, I'll let it cool off, take the cover off, let high voltage bleed down first, take the cover off, and I'll show you everything I did. So stay tuned. Back with the completed Ameritron Al811h. I tested it and works as it should. I wanted to show you something. I think I've shown this before. You can go online and you can download the manual for all the Ameritron amps, and you can print it and then cut out the rough tune setting part right here. It's cool to have. When I go to tune one, I put it to the rough setting for the band I'm on, and the way I tune it, I've shown in the T-Line 22 video where I talk about the Penta tubes. So, it's a neat trick. So I'm surprised the Ameritron didn't do that. That would have been worth it. I could have silk screened it on the front panel of each amp. So, okay, everything I did. So, has the brand new Penta tubes. I test them on my tube tester. They all tested equal. He had provided them, so I always check them. They were brand new, never used. So, new straps, nice and flexible now, not rigid. They won't snap. That resistor is perfectly fine. I checked all 4. They were all exactly the same value. 0 heating underneath. It's just chipped off at the edge where the metal band is, but 0 damage. 0 damage. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You just end up opening a can of worms. That's my motto. So I grounded the grids right to the metal, as you saw before. Added the gas discharge tubes below. Soldered the safety choke, which wasn't soldered. I readjusted the neutralization bar. It was like bent over. When I go through one, there are no stability issues. None. 0 zip. The 811s, have all their issues, but when I'm done, it's like rock solid. So, compress the socket clips, clean the socket clips, got rid of the gas discharge tube on the rear board, got rid of the metal oxide varistor on the rear board, clean the input rotor switch, deoxygold, clean the band switch with deoxygold, change the SO239s with ones from Max Gain Systems, real high quality SO239s. Got rid of the grid overload board, resoldered the resistor to the switch, zip tied the wiring over here, tightened up on other hardware, fixed other solder joints, and that's about it. Yeah, I've been super busy here. Monday, like I said, I worked on a 3001. I'm waiting on a part for that to finish that up. I'm always doing something. I'm never idle. Yesterday, I diagnosed the 922 I have over here. It'll go on the rubber mat when I go to work on it. I had to order caps for it. I have another one in the box. Filled a bunch of hardbox orders yesterday. So, luckily it's Friday, so I get to relax. So, I hope everyone has a great weekend. Please like, share, and subscribe. The websites again are amprepairguy.com and also hardbockelectronics.com. Phone number is 203-892-44 44119. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. 73. Oh wait, one last thing. I also put a longer screw in the base of the plate choke. That's about it. See you later. I want to add one more thing. So I pulled the tubes out and I was looking at the transformer, and it was shifted over just slightly too much. This is a later build. It was built in 2023, one of the last ones made. So they changed transformer manufacturers over the years, and then they would bend this piece. So that wasn't bent. They just forgot that step. They put it up against it, and they didn't put it over enough. So I loosened the bolts. I have my straight edge, and you can see it's against it, but it's not. It's, you know, you see right up against there, down here. Before it, you know, it was out like that, so the cover would bulge out a little bit right there, and you don't want that. That's not good. So that's all set. I used my channel locks to bend it a little bit, and you know, depending on what one you have, what transformer, some are straight, some are bent, most are bent, so it's good to go. You see the straps are hanging straight down now. They're not going out because they're, before they came out a bunch and they were very rigid from the solder wicking in the strap, the old ones. So that's it, and they'll get taped up underneath like this, one, then the other. With some electrical tape, I break off a couple 5.5 inch or so pieces, and I just go around and around. So not swinging, banging the plate choke or banging each other the entire time or causing the material to fray. So, hey, thanks for watching. Time to relax. 73.